my grandma.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I love it.
Okay, so Carrie Rodriguez, thank you for giving me your time. It's going to be just a short chat to know you a little bit.
Okay.
And we're doing this for a web magazine called Extra Music Magazine. And in a few days it will be published on the web. I've been studying a little bit about you because I didn't know you so well, so I've listened to many of your songs and appreciated some that I listened to this evening. So, and I read a little bit of your story, so I read that on your father's footsteps, you're a musician because of your father being a musician, your aunt was a singer, a well-known singer. So was there a way for you to do something totally different, not being a musician, or was there a possibility? It was just written for your destiny, or was it a choice, or something natural?
It was a choice. My mother is a painter, and she's also a big music fan. So from the beginning of, when I was a little girl, I remember hearing really good music in the house. She loved classical music and opera, so I heard a lot of string music, orchestras and violins. And I think that's actually why I chose the violin. When I was 5, they were offering violin lessons at my elementary school, and I wanted to play the violin. So it was a choice. It wasn't my parents saying, you have to do this. Yeah.
And what about doing something else if it wasn't a musician? What would you do?
I'm not good at anything else. Actually, I always loved languages. I might study languages more. I mean, I speak Spanish and English, but it would be fun to learn Italiano.
Oh, yes. Well, you know a lot. I've heard that you know a lot more than many others that try to speak, and at least, you put in good sentences. So, nice job.
Thank you.
Even the choice of the folk music was something natural, or was a must because of your father's style?
Well,
he a way also. I've read a lot of lyrics of your songs, and many of them talk about family and keeping tied to the roots. So is this a way to celebrate your roots and your family in some way?
It is, and it's also a way to honor the musical traditions of where I come from. Texas has a big history of folk singers and songwriters. People like Townes Van Zandt, Lucinda Williams, Guy Clark, Lyle Lovett. There's so many great songwriters. So I think growing up there, you see these songwriters as heroes. They're more famous than... For me, I always thought Townes Van Zandt was more famous than Bob Dylan until I grew up and realized that wasn't true. But, and my father, who I count among one of those very great songwriters from Texas, he played me serious folk music from the time I was a little girl. I mean, he gave me a Leonard Cohen tape for my birthday.
True, then.
Yeah. When I was 9.
Yeah, maybe too early.
A little. But so I think that that's a big part of why I was drawn to that music, is write songs in that style. So
there's no other kind of music that you play? Is this your...
I love to incorporate all different kinds of music into what I do. And even when I write a folk song, it's fun to try it different ways. I love playing with the band, being able to rock out. I like taking big solos with the violin because it keeps it fun and fresh. And I listen to all different kinds of music. World music, rock bands, alternative rock. So hopefully a little bit of that comes through.
So was this your first experience in Italy? You've been to the Premio Tempo last week. It was the first time for you, wasn't it?
The Premio Tempo.
Premio Tempo competition?
Yeah, that was amazing.
So how do you feel about it? Do you meet other Italians, other musicians? What do you think of it?
I was very impressed with the fact that they have a festival that honors songwriters. We don't have anything like that in the U.S. And it's a very unique kind of festival. It's really honoring songwriters and good songs.
Yeah.
No matter where they're from. They had a songwriter from the Czech Republic there. And so for all the songs that were sung in other languages, they had translations on screens. It's really beautiful. And the musicians I saw perform were very diverse, very interesting. I met Mauro Pagani, who was great.
Yeah.
We ended up playing some twin fiddles together.
As you said.
Yeah.
And what about the winner? Did you talk to him, Ligabue or Any other?
No, I didn't talk to Leah Boy.
So you only played with Mauro?
Yeah, I met some of the other musicians too, and I didn't meet the guy from Czech Republic, but they gave him a prize, and he was really, really good.
And that was nice experience.
It was an honor to be a part of that. I felt so lucky.
Maybe you're coming back then.
Yeah.
Another. So I was reading it on your website, on your biography, and it ends up, I don't remember who wrote it actually, but it ends up saying, you find her where she started, live and on the road. And is this like kind of philosophy you have, or is it just the best way to build a real, direct contact with your audience, or even right source to write new songs?
Yeah, that's really it, I think, more than anything. The experience of traveling and playing music for people, especially in different countries, gives you so much material to write songs, and just to learn about living. For example, being in Italy the last 2 weeks has been so wonderful.
Kind of a vacation, you mean?
Kind of a vacation, just learning about how other people live and the importance that Italians give friends, family, and food. I think it's so beautiful. I mean,
Is it so far from the American style? Because sometimes we see something similar. I mean, sometimes we see Americans they live more in the family than we do, even though traditionally we are the ones, we attach to the family, but sometimes,
The problem in the U.S. is that people end up moving far away from each other. It's such a huge country geographically, and a lot of people go to colleges 1,000 miles from home, and there's so many families that are very disjointed.
Right.
Yeah, so that's one of the problems. And our work ethic is so crazy. Work is the most important thing, and then enjoy life the few hours that you're not working. Or when you retire, but you might be dead then, who knows? So
might not have enough time.
Yeah, it's nice to experience this and then go home and take a piece of it with me.
So listening to your music, as I said, I was studying these days. I picked one song and I figured out it was like one of the most famous, and it's Absence. You played this to me, and I was looking at the lyrics because I'm very interested in the lyrics. And this idea of the maple that looks stronger because the leaves are kind of falling on the snow. So reading about, I had the lyrics in front of me, and is this a way to say that to be stronger sometimes we have to leave things behind? Is it something coming from your experience or something you've seen? What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, one aspect of being on the road is that you have to be away from people that you love and spend a lot of time by yourself. And I've spent so much time in hotel rooms alone.
Maybe you're sad sometimes, no?
Yeah, it's a little sad sometimes. But this song is about being alone and facing it head on and finding strength, just being honest. And also, it's a song about a relationship. In my past relationship, I spent a lot of time apart, and sometimes when we were apart, it was easier than being together. This song was sort of about being alone and being honest with yourself and realizing, hey, maybe I'm stronger alone. Maybe this tree is stronger with the, trying to hold on to things too tightly sometimes just doesn't work. And you just let it go and you find yourself again. Yeah.
Okay. So you're still touring, you're leaving, I think you're going to Paris for next, you're still touring, till when?
Well, we have one day to see Rome tomorrow.
Okay. Vacation.
One day.
One day. It's not going to be enough,
I know.
Oh, but you've been here.
I've been to Rome, but not for very long. So we'll have one tourist day.
And you're still traveling?
Yeah, we go to Paris and Bruges, and then fly back to Texas, and I'll keep touring in the U.S.
So your band usually is made of how many?
It's always different. Sometimes just duo, like we did tonight with Luke. Everything from duo to 5-piece band with drums and bass. Kind of depends on the tour and on what kind of places we play. I do like playing with a small group if it's going to be intimate concerts. I think it's easier to connect with people when you
Like-
don't have a big
like
band.
This experience of the house concerts
Yeah.
very touching. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of a way to get in touch, as we said before, and have a friend,
Mhm.
like a tied contact with somebody
Yeah.
listening. So,
I loved it. It was a really fun way to finish our tour in Italy.
really nice. Okay. I thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your stay here. I hope you enjoyed the evening. I mean, we did, and we really have to thank you, Antonio and Tita, who was they're hosting us in the kitchen. So it's very like a family group, you know,
Yes.
family. So it's very tied to what you talk about in your song. So
Thank you.
thank you very much.